And we're live, baby. Best Ball Barbecue Day number 35, consecutive stream, consecutive draft. Might do probably one or two today. I have somewhere to be at 5:30, so we'll see what time is looking like after that. We're going to hop in. I like this trivia stuff, too. So I pulled the trivia back up. We'll try and fly through it. We don't take too much of your time, but I think people do appreciate when we do the trivia. So then we can kind of, it's just like let people trickle in a little bit so we can get some more people in the draft. So we'll start with trivia, then we'll draft. Before either of those, let's hit the intro, baby.
Everything to start in with us. Let's go. Let's go out.
All right, how are we doing? How are we doing today? All right, let's get locked in on this trivia real quick. All right, no TD for the wide receiver. So pretty much the same thing as yesterday. Name the 24 wide receivers that had at least 100 receiving yards in 2023, but did not score a single receiving touchdown. Player represents the team. Okay, first one for the Pats. Is this Oh man, is this like Kendrick Bourne? He got hurt. I don't know if he had that many yards though. He got hurt pretty early on. Who else could this be? Yeah, you guys got any guesses? Who else is the Pats guy? Who's the Pats guy? Man, is it like Harry? I don't know if Harry caught a touchdown. He sucked. Oh, it wasn't. All right, we're on that. All right, let's just go to Tennessee. Tennessee would have been Traylon. I don't think Traylon caught a touchdown. Jesus, oh wait. Traylon was one of them. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay. There we go. Panthers. Not Thielen. Terrace Marshall, maybe? No. Oh, we got that. Not there though. Who else could the Panthers one be? I don't know. Who are the two Pats guys? One of them's got to be Bourne. Jesus Christ. Am I stupid? Pop Douglas. Oh, I don't think DeMar Douglas caught any touchdowns, actually. Okay, there we go. We got that one. Team J. Oh, Mingo's a good one. Mingo's a good guess. There we go. Good guess. Thanks, Anthony. All right, other Pats guy. Not Harry. Juju. Yeah, great guess, James. Great guess. Oh, just kidding. You're wrong. Terrible guess. There's three Pats guys, and we already guessed Harry. We guessed Juju. What's the other one? What is the other one? Who are other Pats receivers? Tyquan Thornton. Boom. Oh my God, that's wrong. How is that possible? How is it? I can't even name another Pats receiver. Freaking Juju, DeMario. Who else was catching passes for them last year? We did N'Keal Harry. Oh, Devontae Parker? Okay, there we go. We got Devontae Parker. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Okay, let's keep going. Falcons. I think one of these is Mac Hollins. Okay, and then the other one would be Damiere Byrd. No, I think Damiere Byrd caught a touchdown. Or it would be a Hodge. I don't think Hodge caught one. There we go. Steelers. Calvin Austin. Jesus, we sucked. Oh my God. Allen Robinson. Chris Moore. Yeah, this one was stupid. Okay, let's draft. I kind of wanted to end it anyway. Okay. All right, here we go. 15-second countdown. You guys know how we do it, so let's do it. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in. Waiting on 10. This is perfect. Hopefully you didn't get in the overflow lobby, but we're waiting on 9 right now. So we can pretty much fill up this room if we absolutely need to. Finally, we get lucky with a room. You guys might be multi-tabling, but I am not. So that's good. That's good. So get in here if you want to draft with us. Again, we're doing a little super flex. Jamie said, I saw up here. Jamie said Ronnie Coleman is the dude who always yelled lightweight and now he's crippled. Yeah, that's him. But we are super flexing today. Super flexing. Here we go. Driving to my nephew's graduation. Good luck, girls and guys. Thanks, Anthony. Have fun at that graduation. It's grad party season right now. I haven't been to any yet, but it is grad party season. All right, waiting on one. I'm thinking I'm gonna manifest a 101. I have not got a 101 in Superflex yet. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, David's in too. There we go. Okay, I got a 102. We're close. Peyton, I was drafting with Peyton the Legend Manning earlier today. I know that for sure. BP is in here. Jake from State Farm is in here. We got Troy, not coach. There we go. There we go. David, what's your underdog username? Oh, you're at 4. There we go. That makes it a lot easier. Dungalow. Okay, so there we go. We got a pretty familiar room right here. Let's get after it. Troy's in here. How we doing? Yeah, you are in here, Troy. I think I saw your name, right? Yeah, 110. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 that I recognize. Who else would be in? Because we got James, we got David, we got Troy. So there we go. I haven't got anything ahead of pick 8 yet. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Okay, we're obviously going either like Allen or I'll probably just go with Hurts. I don't draft a lot of anyone else. Okay, let's go. I could go Mahomes. I don't even know if I have a Mahomes team yet, to be honest. I don't think I think I have one. I know I have a Lamar team. Let's go Hurts again here. I mean, they're going to keep tush pushing. He's going to keep scoring touchdowns. So fair enough. All right. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Yeah, dude, it's funny to look at now that the ADPs have finally updated. It's like Burrow isn't way down here. Like the quarterbacks are a lot more in line. I still don't think it's a perfect ADP. I still think there's some value to be had on the board, but like I think people are. It was funny yesterday when you could just kind of maybe take advantage of just a slow room who were really just ADP drafters and they weren't really reaching on those quarterbacks. We're like yesterday's reach is today's value. You know what I mean? So very interesting. And like for me, like last year, it felt pretty like obvious. Like JJ was like the clear wide receiver 1. But like this year, like I think you can make an argument for taking JJ over CD. I think you can make an argument for Chase and Hill to be taken over CD. So I feel like this is a contest that I'm not gonna have a lot of CD in. Because I feel like last year it was truly like JJ was the 101. And like, McCaffrey was the 101 running back. So I don't think I'll have a lot of CD in this contest. I have him other places. But this won't be the contest where I probably draft CD a ton at least. I'd have to get a pretty good value on him for me to take him over a quarterback for sure. And then probably I probably gotta try and get like a DAC CD thing going though, which I don't have yet. So, but we get Hurts. Here. We'll see what quarterbacks are kind of on our way back around. But I'm thinking this might be a hero QB build just from what I'm looking at, but we'll see kind of who falls back around. Joe Burrow it's like Joe Burrow and Stroud still there. Yeah, getting Stroud and Burrow right here at the 1-2 is a really good value. That's a really good pairing. I don't think I have any of that. So that's the props to that guy. Props to him. I did finally get last night a Burrow Chase team, which it's kind of hard to get, because you really do have to get some volume value. And if like I did at the 10 slot, so I think I did exactly what Troy did. I think I went Burrow first and then Chase because I feel like the receiver is more likely to fall than the quarterback. Just got a CD DAC start in the early full lobby. There we go. Oh, so you're in the other lobby. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Get the board back open here. Little DAC. Yeah, these QBs getting pushed up a little bit. So who I don't know. Like, do I really feel the need to go Hurts and like if I could get Hurts and Love, I would do it. Hurts and Caleb though, like what's the difference between Hurts and Caleb and like Hurts and freaking like Stafford? Like, is it that much of a difference? Or like Hurts and Goff? Like I just don't think like the position. Like I just don't think it's that big of a difference. Like I'd rather get one of these receivers. Like I'd rather get a Amon-Ra here instead of like maybe Amon-Ra is my number 1 than rather like DJ Moore. You know what I mean? And because I feel like that's a pretty flat quarterback tier. So I feel like drafting Caleb here where you can get like Herbert 2-3 rounds later. I think that's just the strategy that I'll have to keep doing for the time being. So Monroe's to BP. Peyton the Legend, man, this drafter must have drafted a ton. Because like I said, I think I was in a couple of this. I think I was only drafted one today though, so I was definitely in this person's room because it's a very, very long name. The long names always stand out to me because it's like, it takes up the entire board. So, all right, we got David on the clock right here, going Jahmyr Gibbs, and then Peyton the Legend Manning on the clock. I hope Peyton the Legend Manning goes QB. I'd really like to hammer. I was really gonna say I want to go like I would love to get like Hurts. Oh, we get Brown though with Hurts, which is huge. I like that. I was trying to get like a Garrett AJ Brown team or something like that, but I can still do it. Something like that. That's not the end of the world. I think I'm gonna try and push quarterback around this turn. I think that's gonna be my strategy right here. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if this drafter takes Harrison and Taylor. I might go QB here. Let's see. D. Jeffrey. Who are you thinking? Goes Caleb. My first reaction is to go Marvin. I don't mind. I built too many like stable QB builds. I kind of want to take some swings, take some chances to kind of build out some of these just like elite freaking positional teams. I could go Saquon for like a Philly super stack. I just don't really want to. I don't feel the need to do that. So let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Drake London. Yeah, see, guys, I told you I have the fastest mouse in the West, dude. Did you see that? Did you see how fast that was? Are you kidding me now? Come on. I know y'all saw that. I'm gonna go Drake London just because I just feel like he's higher, a bit of a higher. I don't know. I just the rookie at the end of the first round is just scares me. This is a contest where I'm definitely gonna go out player takes. I don't really care about having each guy. Like I'll worry about that in like single QB formats, but like in this format, I'm just gonna try and build like my teams. Like teams that it's because it's like it's a very much there's no book on this contest, so it's not like you gotta get Marvin Harrison to win, or maybe you do, but. And I just think there's a lot more outs when you add the Superflex element to it, and when you add the fact that it's only start 2 wide receivers, you're only starting 2 running backs. So it's a bit of it's an even playing field for a lot of the same positions. Like wide receivers don't matter a ton more than they do, in any other league. So it's like when you're playing redraft, you're playing in your home league redraft ESPN, where it's just 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end and a flex. There's not a ton of wide receiver spots. It's like running backs matter in those formats a lot more than they do in Best Ball Mania. But in this contest, it's a lot more similar to that in terms of what we're talking about running back receiver. I said it in my Twitter post today. I think drafting running backs in this contest is something that you should be doing. And I guess this is kind of that wide receiver, that normal 1-2 or that 2-3 turn space of the draft where all these receivers are there. But like I'm looking to get a running back, like in this contest, like get some good running backs in this contest. I think drafting Bijan over like JJ isn't like the craziest thing. Like I think it's a lot more viable than it is in like PBM. I think drafting, Brees over Jamar Chase, like it's not that. Who do you think is going to score more points? That's all that matters. Positional scarcity doesn't matter anymore. Who's going to score more points, Bijan or whoever, And I think you can make a case that Bijan and Brees are 2 guys that could outscore, like they could finish as the 101 and no one would be shocked, because they're in that prime age, that prime like age to be playing football right now. They're probably at the peak of their powers. One's 3 years in the league, the other one's going into his second. So it's just like young running backs primed to explode. One of them's going to have a nuclear season in the next like 2 years. One of them's going to have a nuclear season. Who's it going to be though? And they could both do it. They could both have nuclear seasons. Maybe they just save running backs. Maybe they just save their running back position. Dude, these quarterbacks are really coming off the board now. Oh my goodness. I didn't think we'd see. What's Kirk's ADP? 50. Yeah, I didn't think we'd see this many QBs come off the board this fast. I was hoping to get some Stafford. Who reached on Stafford? Because I feel like Stafford, yeah. I guess for Puka and Kyler. Yeah, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, also too, game stacking in BBN not optimal. At least in talking about quarterbacks, obviously, quarterbacks game stacking not optimal in BBN. In this format, very very optimal stacking. Week 17 game stacking your quarterbacks like Kyler and Stafford. If that game's what 30-30, probably gonna be a pretty good week for your team. You know, it's like this format. It's very optimal to be game stacking your quarterbacks for week 17. So. Okay, let's see. Ayuk goes to BP. We have a ton of receivers / tight ends we could draft. I'm not going Laporta. I just don't feel the need to. Rodgers goes like, dude, I'm not going to take Deshaun in the 4th round just to get caught up at running back when Jalen frickin' Waddle's staring at me in the face. Like, I'm going to draft Jalen Waddle. Now, the next question is who am I going to draft next? ETN would be on that list, I think. Like I said, I mentioned the running backs, but you still got like Diggs and Devon. Like we could go Devonta Smith for a more of an Eagle thing. I don't feel I'm trying to slow down on some of the. Let's see here: Kelsey, DK, Cooper Kupp. Philly plays Cowboys. We don't have any Cowboys we could draft here. Atlanta plays Washington. Miami plays Buffalo. So really none of that I could do. I might just take the running back and go ETN. Like I said, running backs matter. I think it's yeah, we're gonna go ETN there. Running back with a ton of upside. Give him the 5th round. I like it. I am down with it. There we go. So we got a ton of teams that already have 2 quarterbacks. I think I am one of 2 teams that I'm looking at right now. A couple of teams that don't have any quarterbacks yet. But like this drafters got 3, 2, 2, 2. Oh, Jake from State Farm going like, dude, like building a team like this, CMC, Bijan, and Achane. That's just so much fun. I would love it. You couldn't do it, but I think trying to like if you could get like CMC, Bijan, and Brees on the same team, again, it's impossible to do because you'd have to have CMC, you'd have to have like Bijan or Brees like fall to the 3rd, which is not going to happen. But CMC Bijan is a team that I would love to try and get. That's a very rare. I don't think that happens a lot. What's the ADP on that? What was that drafter's name? It was Jake from State Farm. Where is Jake from State Farm? Yeah. ADP yes, 12 or ADP of 14. Okay. And then yeah, CMC fell a little bit too there. Interesting. All right. Also, to schedule for the day, I'll be back on at 7:30 Central for best ball guys doing his burpee stream. So I'm gonna be on the sticks for that because I don't think he wants to be clicking while doing burpees. So I'm gonna I need you to probably shout players at me. That's gonna be the marathon, so he's gonna be drafting in that. But yeah, so I'll be on Best Ball Guys stream at 7:30 on his channel. He'll be doing a rounds 1 through 5. He's doing 5 burpees per round. And then after round 5, when he gets to round 6, he'll do 6 burpees for round 6, 7 burpees for round 7, 8 burpees for round 8, and so on and so forth. So go check that out. That's gonna be an awesome time. Really excited to watch him do that. I'm glad I don't have to do that. I don't like doing burpees. Burpees are not optimal. Not optimal for my build. Here we go though. Okay. So yeah, like Jake from State Farm goes to Sean. That's fine there, right? Like I think that's fine, especially with the little Miami week 17. More than fine. Well, we got to see who we get as our QB2. That's the real question. Who are we gonna snag as our QB2? All right. James Cook off the board. Let's see who could we be? Like it's still so many receivers here. So I'm glad I went running back because there's still so many receivers here that you can draft. Baker, I could get down with Baker as a QB2. Geno, Levis, like I'm fine with that. I'm fine. These guys after McCarthy, it's a bit of a tear break for me over these 3 guys because then you got I like Young and I like Carr and then I really like Nix. So we'll see who's left on the board. I assume Baker. I think Baker is gonna go with one either to David or to this drafter right here. I don't think Baker is gonna fall back down. Yeah, this drafter's got Mike Evans. Yeah, they're going Baker. David's got no like Geno, no like No Tennessee or anything like that. We'll see what David does here at quarterback. Goes Tank Dell. That's kind of a player I was looking at, not gonna lie. Pickens. I think we're gonna go Geno here. I think this is a Geno team. We don't have any Chicago, so no week 17, but that's fine. We don't need the week 17. Let's go Geno here. Geno and Hurts. I like it. Yeah, exactly. That's a good question. Why are Diggs and Dell around? I was really hoping one of them was going to fall to me. Dell at what? What's the AP got on that? Yeah, 11 picks. Yeah, crazy. It's just some people they just get obsessed with these QBs, right, man? Like, and again, is it now? I'm left with a question: is this a 2 QB team? Is this a 2 QB team or a 3 QB team? Maybe it's a 3 QB team. I don't think I'm going to go Levis though. I think I'm going to draft another position player. I could go Kenneth Walker to really help out with our Seattle stack, but we can get some Seattle pieces later too. So I don't feel the need to do that. I think I'm going to go Pitts though, or Kittle. Oh, I always struggle between Kittle and Pitts. I have London. Let's get a little bit more. Let's get a little different and let's go Kittle. Just the spike weeks with Kittle are going to be crazy this year. Maybe I'll regret not having as much Pitts. I've had so much Pitts every year for obvious reasons, and it's burned me every time. So I'm scared that this is going to be the year where I'm like, nah, I'm still in. Like, I'm definitely still in, but I'm like not as in as I was like the past 2 years. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I'm not too. I'm kind of scared about that. I got Lamb, Jefferson stack and Superflex earlier. Love the start. Yeah, Lamb and Jefferson's awesome. Like those, like it's so fun building like those just crazy like wide receiver rooms that you could never get on any other like format. That's what's fun about this. You can get like, again, what like you're never gonna get this start in a freaking BBM. You're never gonna get Tyreek and Brees. Actually, I think you can. It's really hard. I had a JJ. I forget what was the build that I had. Brees and Garrett Wilson, maybe. I can't remember what it was, but it was a really fun build. Not Brees and Garrett Wilson. It was someone crazy, but like, yeah, you can't. It's some of these builds you just cannot get. So I think that's always fun. Kind of doing that. All right. Yeah. See, this is like where I just don't want to be drafting. Like, yeah, Daniel Jones. I'm good. I'm good. It's like I think if I draft a third QB, I mean, actually, I don't even want to say who I would go. I don't want to reveal my trade secrets just yet. I'll tell you if I'm thinking about it at this next pick. I don't want to reveal who I'm thinking. Okay. Not coach goes Kenneth Walker. I wonder how important having like an elite tight end in this contest would be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in like BBM, tight end could really set you apart, especially if you have one of the elite ones. But in this, when you're getting a ton of points from your quarterback room, I just wonder if, maybe those points matter a lot. I mean, they obviously matter a lot more than tight end, but I just don't think tight ends matter the same as they do in single QB contest. I still want to get an elite tight end. I mean, I still think that's a good strategy to do. But I'm most likely going 3 tight ends on, and it doesn't matter if I could draft Travis Kelce. I'm probably still going 3 tight ends on that build, just because you have the 20 roster spots. Why not just take advantage of them? Especially if you have only 3 quarterbacks. Like I think you should just be kind of hammering at least 3 tight ends, in my opinion. That's just, I don't know. As I said, I started the whole thing saying, but I don't know if tight ends matter as more. But like they're like what's going to matter more? I feel like that round 20 quarterback or the round 20 tight end. I feel like the round 20 tight end is going to matter a little more. Like your running back room is not going to. I don't think it's going to be, unless it's like Kyron Williams. But you really kind of have to hit on that pick. And there's not a Kyron Williams every single year, so it's just, I don't know. I feel like going 3 tight ends is like my most kind of optimal build. So, all right, let's see here. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I just got I just got a restart required kind of thing, and I was like, I thought it said it was gonna restart my PC in 6 minutes. No, it's gonna take 6 minutes. I was like, no, please don't restart my PC in 6 minutes. Okay, Bo Nix goes too. Like, this is where I don't think you need to go 4 QBs, man. Especially if you're starting Kyler. Like you have Kyler, you have Stafford. Maybe you draft Daniel Jones, but I don't think you need Bo Nix in there too. I think there's a point where like QBs matter a ton. Yes, they do. But I think you're giving up some other positional value elsewhere when you're going 4 QBs in the first 8 rounds. I just don't think you need to do that. Like you still need to start wide receivers. You still need to start running backs. Like this draft doesn't have a running back in a contest that I think, God, BP, you take JSN, you SOB. Come on now. Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? All right. Fields. Okay, let's see. Like a Dunze. I do like a Dunze. I like Aaron Jones as well here too. Not gonna lie. Let's go with Dunze first, and then we'll see what comes back around. Feel great about these receivers. Come on, Brown, London, Waddle, Dunze. I think I gotta start 2. Dean's in here. Juwan Johnson had like 2 touchdowns, 1 playoff week, or it was the championship. It was week 17, I think. Week 17, Juwan Johnson. Like I think, yeah, that's kind of like my point. Where like I think these tight ends do matter because like not every elite tight end is gonna go off every week. You know, I think it's a much safer bet. Like when you draft Justin Jefferson, like he's probably gonna have good weeks every week, right? Same thing with running backs. Like you're pretty much betting on McCaffrey to go off every week. Like is Sam Laporta gonna have a really good week every week? I don't think so. Is Kelsey at this stage in his career kind of what we said on the stretch last year? I don't know. You know, even like Pitts, like what I just don't. I think the tight end's a lot more volatile. So the more you have, the more you kind of cover your bases in those final weeks. Where I think the tight end points matter. That's the kind of like what could separate you because everyone's gonna have good quarterback play, probably in the final. But okay, this is kind of where I'm thinking Derek Carr, dude. It's such like a. I don't really feel the need to draft any of these other. Like this is kind of we got to the point where I don't think like I'm giving up that much value. Like these guys are fine, you know, but I think drafting Carr in this range, a guy who I think like had the most 300-yard games last year in the NFL, like a crazy stat no one even knows about. I think that's courtesy of a fantasy dog, but I'm pretty sure he said that for weekly winners, or it was weekly winners or the MILLIONAIRE he was talking about. Let me double check on that though. Like I'm pretty sure Derek Carr just had like a ton of like, you know, just like solid weeks. Like that's kind of what we're drafting him to be. We're not drafting him to break fantasy. Just can I get some solid weeks from you? And I think he can. And at like this point in the draft, like I'm definitely down drafting Derek Carr. Let's see. So Derek Carr last year. Let me see the game log. Where's the game log? Here we go. So he had 300 passing yards. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had 6 300 passing yard weeks. Not bad. 3 600 passing yard weeks or 6 300 passing yard weeks. That's pretty good for a guy that I just got this late, right? I count that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Yeah. And like here are his fantasy finishes like each week, right? 14, 34, not great. 27. This week he got hurt, I think. 15, 10, 9, 14, 12, 19, 21, 21, 7, 3, 17. Like it's just a bunch of mid, which is fine. As my third quarterback, I'm fine with mid. I'm definitely fine with mid. And he's pretty easy to stack up. Like we can get Juwan Johnson, as somebody just said. We can get still get Shaheed. We can even go, you know, bottom of the barrel, maybe get some of the other running backs as well, get Kendre Miller on the team. Like we could Derek Carr is a great quarterback to kind of backstack. So I am fine with that. I'm more than fine with that. Isaiah Likely and Juwan Johnson won the championship, but the elite tight end got you there. That is true. Mark Andrews didn't get you there. Travis Kelce didn't get you there in the second half of the year. Kincaid, he kind of got you there. He had some good weeks in there, but after Knox came back, it was kind of scary. Who are the other tight ends? Furr got you there, but he was not an elite tight end. Kittle did get you there. Kittle had a good year. Evan Ingram got you there. But yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. I think I'm going to stick with 2 QBs. Yeah, I was going to stick with 2. I think we talked about this last night. My favorite click among all the guys, if you can get like Jacoby Brissett in round like 16 or 17, you know, like we got him on round 19 on stream last night. Like that's the best click right now for just if you have 2, just get Jacoby on your team, man. Like the odds that he plays the whole season, what I think we've said, like even if it's like 20%, 20-30% that Jacoby plays the whole season, not likely, but I think the odds are great enough or just good enough to draft him, you know, in round, you know, 17, 18. And I think he's going to start the season as the one. So you're still going to get some usable weeks out of him. It just probably won't be, it's probably not going to be in week 17 when it really matters. But, you know, random stuff happens. Maybe Maybe the Pats get off to a good start. Maybe they do. Maybe they really just want to sit May for an entire year. Let him learn under a vet like Brissett, not rush May into anything. So I feel like Brissett's like there's a lot of outs. And then what if May gets hurt, right? There's always that. He's at the very least, he's a handcuff quarterback, right? He's a backup quarterback. So I think Brissett's like one of my favorite clicks right now if you can get him late. And speaking of May, he's on the board right here. Obviously, we're good with 3. We're done at 3 QBs. I do want to take advantage of some of the running backs here, I think. I really want to draft Brock Bowers, though. That elite tight end's kind of calling my name. Oh, but I should probably stack up. I should probably just stack up Geno, though. I don't have him stacked at all. Let's just stack up. We only have 1 QB stack. Let's go Lockett for sure. Actually, yeah, let's go Lockett for sure. I'm fine with either like Bowers or any of these other running backs kind of coming back around here. So we'll see. Who are we going to get? Singletary goes. Yeah, I could go Njoku, but Las Vegas too, like New Orleans week 17. So I think that plays. That's why I would. And Njoku is week 17 with Waddle, but I don't like. I think I like the quarterback week 17 more than I do the other stuff. Njoku goes. So now, do I go RB or do I just go Bowers? Part of me really just wants to go Bowers. I think he's gonna have a really good year. Man, all these other running backs are low-key the same, kind of coming back. Let's just go. Let's live a little. Let's go Bowers here. Double elite tight end. I think Bowers is elite. I don't know. I think people just might be scared. I was listening to Mind a Mansion today. Obviously, I produced the show, but Dan Williamson, who's a really good high-stakes best ball player, dynasty player too, he said something that was really interesting that I agreed with. Was everyone's just scared that Brock Bowers is going to be like Kyle Pitts, but it's a completely different situation. A lot better play caller. I think they're going to, like people just got burned from Kyle Pitts from like, the early career rookie type stuff. I think Bowers is kind of taking his price is kind of a reflection of that. But I don't know, like if they're not even close to the same situation, like it doesn't like it's very, very different. Very, very different. So I think he could really have like this could be like the only year of his career where you could get Bowers this late. You know what I mean? Like literally the only year of his career. And he could be like what? Probably the best case scenario is he's like the number 2 option on Vegas. Probably best case scenario. Hey, Best Ball Brian, what's going on, baby? Hey, yo, how we doing? How are we doing today? Okay. Let's see. May goes. May kind of fell a little bit there, didn't he? That's a good pickup. Tua, Kirk, and then getting May that late. I like that. What QBs are even left? Gardner, O'Connell, Taysom, Brissett. Yeah. Like Brissett has an ADP that's so ridiculously, I think, mispriced. Do you think Vegas may try to run a Gronk, Aaron Hernandez type offense? Like with Michael Mayer, I don't know. I mean, they might run a little bit more 12. It's not like they're wide receiver 3. Who is their wide receiver 3? Trey Tucker? Is that their wide receiver 3 right now? Because it's Devontae and Jacoby, and I just don't think is Trey Tucker. Let me look up their depth chart. Is Trey Tucker literally their wide receiver 3? Is there somebody I'm forgetting? Raiders depth chart. So I think we can see a lot of 12 this year. Let's go to our lads. Wide receiver. Yeah, it's Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker is literally their wide receiver 3. That's crazy. Other guys they got Gallup, Guyton, DJ Turner, Tulu Griffin, Ramel Caton, Christian Wilkerson, Jeff Forum, Tyreek McAllister, and Alex Bachman. That's their receiver room. Holy goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, Tucker, Gallup, yeah. So I don't know, man. I think Bowers, like, he's gonna see the field. Like, worst case scenario, like he could just be I think he's just good enough to be he could just be the third receiver. He could just be their slot guy, and they can just play Michael Mayer at tight end. You know what I mean? Use Bowers like he used Pitts. Pitts isn't he's not inline tight end. So I think they might try and use Bowers like they use like kind of like how Pitts is used, like Evan Ingram is used, kind of even a better example there. Like he's a he's a receiving threat. He's not like I don't think he's a good as run blocker as Gronk was. Aaron Hernandez was kind of more a pass catcher. So I think if they're gonna do maybe they try and do some Gronk Aaron Hernandez stuff, but it's like I think I would be willing to bet Bowers does not have his hand in the dirt as much as Mayer does this year. I think Bowers is going to be standing up a lot in the slot. Maybe they throw him outside. Like he's that. Like I think people just kind of forget like how good Bowers was. Like he was awesome in college, like literally awesome. So, all right, we need a running back on this team. There's two that I like, Javonte and Tajay. We're probably we're probably going 3 running backs too. Obviously, Chubb goes. That's good. Who would I be more pissed if I didn't get? Let's just go Javonte. We'll take 20 picks after ADP. We'll just take that value and take it to the bank. So, D. Jeffries on the clock. Gardner's falling down these boards. I don't have any. I do have some Vegas. That kind of makes me regret taking Carr now. Not gonna lie, I do kind of regret taking Carr. Maybe. Is this a 4 QB build? Gardner goes there anyway, so we don't even have to think about it. This is a good QB room. Josh, Caleb, and Gardner. JT, DJ. Yeah, that's a good team. All right, good. We get Spears. We get our guy. Hashtag our guy. Hashtag our guy. They spent a lot on Meyer just to forget about it. That's why I think I agree with you. That's why I think it's a lot more. They can run 11 with Bowers being big slot. Like I think we're kind of. I feel like the fantasy community is in this notion like, oh, like I think Mayer is draftable. Like I don't think that's great. Like Mayer is definitely draftable around 20, man. Like what if we just like we saw 2 tight ends like in Atlanta again? It's a completely different offense, but like Pitts again with a grain of salt. Like Pitts and Jonnu both had really good weeks sometimes, right? I think it's very possible that we could see some form of both of them on the field. Mayer playing traditional tight end because that's what he's better at than what just straight standing up. And Bowers, like, just let Bowers be your actual slot guy. Like Gallup was awful last year. Trey Tucker he's good if he's running down the field. He's not good at in the slot. So like maybe there, and then obviously maybe like the counter to that is you put Jacoby inside and then you put, maybe Trey Tucker outside as your flanker, right? You put Gallup out there if Gallup is better. But Gallup was supposed to be better last year. Not like I think it's over for Gallup in terms of being a real fantasy contributor. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen last year. Last year was his second year removed from the ACL. I don't see how he kind of just comes to Vegas and turns it on. Who's the OC in Vegas? Who's the OC? Las Vegas OC. Who is it? Oh, Las Vegas offensive coordinator. I got like flights to Vegas. Luke Getsy. Oh, it's Luke Getsy? That doesn't make me feel better. That does not make me feel better. Luke Getsy. Because that was the Bears OC last year, right? Sheesh. Oh, hey, they did use Komet got some pretty good weeks. Yeah. Double bye week 6 for my QBs. There we go. That's not terrible. That's not awful. And we got Bowers. Yeah, Bowers is literally, he's so athletic, man. Bowers is so athletic. So I think they can run some form of I think people are just like, oh, Bowers is going to play at the tight end. Yeah. They're also probably going to move him around a ton. I think if one thing, I feel like Antonio Pierce is a guy, I want my best players to get the ball. I want Devontae to get the ball. I want to establish the run. And I think Bowers is going to land on that list where I think that's really going to help him out. Because I think Antonio Pierce is let's get our best players the ball. If we're not doing that, then we're doing something wrong. I don't think he's going to try and overthink it or anything. Again, he's not the play caller, but he's the head coach. And I think that does mean something at the end of the day. Obviously, it's his team. It's his team. So if the guys he wants to get the ball aren't getting the ball, he's going to do something about it. So gets you as a 2020 Packers passing coordinator as well. Okay. Pretty good year for the Packers that year. They also had Aaron Rodgers and LaFleur's calling plays. But yeah, we'll see. It's maybe Getsy just didn't maybe it wasn't a good stylistic fit, with Fields and Getsy. Maybe he just wanted a different type of quarterback. Like Gardner Minshew was a lot closer to Rodgers, or maybe he just kind of has a better pocket passing play, kind of call style, right? So I'm not ready to write off Getsy. Obviously, but the Bears offense was atrocious last year. But so we'll see how that whole thing kind of plays out. Because I think just because Getsy's the OC doesn't mean I'm going to be out on Las Vegas. we'll see if they can figure that thing out. And yeah, we also have Kittle on this team, by the way. We just talked so much about Bauer, so make your dynasty pick live, your OTC. Oh, I'm live. Okay, I'll do it after this turn pick then. I'll do it after this turn pick. I'll have the chat help me on my dynasty pick. Okay. I don't need. I literally do not need any of these receivers. I'm gonna keep hammering these RBs. Give me Algier for sure. Atlanta, handcuff, 100%. And then after that, who do I want after that is the real question. Probably like Gibson or Vidal. Probably one of these two. All right. D. Jeffrey. Goes Aiden O'Connell. So we're going to get one of these two. I probably prefer Vidal. I feel like his upside's a little higher. You know, if he is the guy there, if he just ends up being the guy in Los Angeles, I think he could definitely be like a league winner. Gibson, I feel like we would have seen it by now. All right, they go Gibson. We get our guy. There we go. Okay, let's go to the sleeper draft. We'll make our pick live on air. Sleeper. Oh, we're already here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is the team. So this is the team that I have right now. So again, Superflex, tight end premium. Here's what we got. We got Lamar, Brees, Monty, Pickens, Coleman, Devontae, Pitts, McLaurin, Roman Wilson, Dak, Justin Fields, DeAndre Hopkins, Nick Chubb. So we do kind of need, we only have 3 running backs right now. We have 1, 2, again, let me do this. This is a lot easier to look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers, and we only have 3 running backs. 3 running backs. So I'm leaning running back on this team. We could use another tight end depending on who is there. But if we're just looking at it, here are some of the guys I had queued up. Here, where's my queue? Here we go. Jahan Dotson just felt like this feels like a really good value on Jahan. I really want to go Jahan here. Eckler, maybe I just become a like a freaking old QB, old running back, you know, just like piggy and just get all these guys. Like Zeke, I don't feel any better about any of those guys down there. Receiver, I feel like Jahan Dotson's like the last guy that I really want. You know, I feel like tight end wise, like I'm fine with getting one of these guys a little later anyway. I'd like to get Fan, to be honest. Who do you guys think? Who would you guys go here? I'm thinking between Dotson and Eckler. So it's the same team. I was looking at Ray Davis. I'm not going to lie, but I just thought it might be too early. I already do have McLaurin. So does that make me want to go Dotson more or less? That's the real question. Who would you guys go here? Dotson or Eckler or Ray Davis? I obviously love Ray Davis, but I feel like I'd take Eckler before I took Ray Davis, even though I do love Ray Davis. I'm almost leaning Eckler right now. I feel like that maybe I just don't know what the Dotson and McLaurin thing would look like. I wouldn't mind starting Eckler and McLaurin. I think I'd rather do that. You know, this isn't best ball or anything, so it's not like I can just pick the best one. If it was best ball, I think I'd probably go Dotson. Also, too, though, like Javon Baker is a name that I like kind of in that later range. We're like, look at all these other receivers. I might just go Baker, man. I feel like he's mispriced. Where are the let me show rookies only. Yeah, look at all these other receivers here. Like Baker is ahead of all these guys by a wide margin, right? Okay, we're still coming. We're still good there. Running backs, Braylon Allen, Ray Davis, Shipley. Like I'm fine with a couple of these other running backs, QBs. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay. So I feel like Baker might be the move here. Like we can figure out running back. We got Brees Hall, we got Monty, we got Chubb for later in the season. We can filter it in with some of these other guys, I think. Man. It's between Baker and Eckler for me. We're almost on the clock. I have to decide. We'll come back to it in a minute. We're gonna switch back to the Underdog tab. Let's see. Bindle says Baker or Ray Davis. Bindles is also in this league. I think he's trying to mess with me. All right. Baker's probably the upside play. Baker's probably the guy where it's like, dude, you might regret not taking Javon Baker. Forward stack with Chubb. That's not a terrible idea either. I am kind of win nowish too, so I would not mind that. Would not mind that. Okay, in terms of this one, Dobbins goes. Can I get any of these receivers? They really don't make sense. Who's like the running back that I feel the best about? Probably Roshan over Tyrone Tracy, to be honest. We'll go Roshan here, and then I mean one of these receivers will be here on the end. Maybe we go Likely. Could go Likely. Oh, someone took Fant. Yeah, BP took Fant because he's taking all my players today. No Fud. Likely goes. All right, so no Likely anymore. I feel like Corley's like the guy I like the most. Jets play the Bills. We don't have any Bills. Giants play Indy. We don't have any Indy. Baker plays the Chargers. We do have some Chargers. I might just go Baker. I think Baker's the upside play. Let's go Baker. We'll take Baker in this one. Now let's switch back to here. Man. It's I really want to go Ray Davis, dude. But like taking dude, is it crazy to be taking Ray Davis or when Austin Eckler is still there? Like at what point is and like this team is most likely win now, right? I guess we already took a rookie wide receiver in Roman Wilson that we really didn't need. We have Pickens too. So I don't want to like limit myself in like offenses that are kind of scary. Man. I'm leaning Ray Davis right now. It's Ray Davis or Eckler. That's what it is for me. Ray Davis or Eckler. I really hate. Yeah, dude. I so wish Taysom Hill was a quarterback or a tight end. Excuse me, on Underdog. That'd be so fun. It's 100% a win now. That's what I'm thinking. That's what's making me lean Eckler. I can't, dude. I'm gonna get my Ray Davis. I have my Ray Davis shares for this year anyway. Maybe we just go Eckler. I mean, yeah, dude, we got a lot of old receivers. Like Hopkins, Devontae, McLaurin's a little older too. We could easily pivot though, which I like. We could pivot really. We have Chubb. Let's just get Eckler, man. Let's do it. Eckler. Boom, there we go. You guys want to see Bindles' team? This is Bindles' team. JJ, Herbo, Lawrence, Andrews, Achan, Rashee Rice, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Javonte, Najee, Aaron Jones. Running backs here are solid. Solid RBs here. Good wide receivers too. Yeah. All right. Now that was our selection. I don't mind. I like the Eckler pick. That's fine. Always try to win unless you punt year one or have injuries. Yeah. And this we could if we don't win, like if we're really bad, I think we got some pieces we could sell off. Like I think if Devontae's having a good year, we could definitely, sell Devontae for something. We could sell Hopkins for something if he's having a good year as well. Maybe McLaurin too. So I think we have some outs in terms of, and like we have younger pieces. Like we have Fields where like if he does, get a starting job, like his value is going to skyrocket. Maybe we flip one of our QBs or we just flip Fields in general. So I think we have roster flexibility, which I am a big proponent of. You want to be flexible. Like if you can draft all old guys, but then you have nothing to build around if that doesn't work out. So we had a nice mixture of old and young, which I'm fine with. Love the QBs on that team too. Okay. Like the Fields pick. Thank you. I got roasted in the grocery. I got roasted in the sleeper chat for picking Fields. I thought it was a good pick. Because like I've heard some really smart dynasty guys talk about Fields, and they're like, yeah, I would trade him for like a late first. And I feel, and people were trading like 2025 first in that range. I was like, I'll just take Fields. Like I think his value is only going to go up. It's really hard for it to go down right now. It's not going to get any worse. So. Also, too, this is probably going to be, we're probably just a one draft stream today. Doing some stuff in a little bit here, so I got to get ready for that. But yeah, probably one draft stream today. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I think we'll do a couple. Tomorrow's gonna be an action-packed day. So basically, tomorrow I will be live probably around 4 or 5, right after I get off work. So I'll be live then. Then we're going to be going on the Dynasty Roundtable at 6 p.m. on Player Profiler with Matt Babbage. Seth Dewald is out, so I'm the replacement for Seth Dewald. So I'll be going on the Dynasty Roundtable at 6. Then I'm going to go on the Fantasy Football Fellows show. I think we're drafting an Underdog team on there at 7. And then that's it. Just those two drafts. So I'll probably do a couple of drafts of this beforehand, before 6. So maybe around 4 or 5, I'll probably do 2 drafts. Then we'll do the round table. Then we'll go back and draft some more with Lucas and company on the Fantasy Football Fellas YouTube channel at 7 o'clock. So that's kind of my schedule for schedule for tomorrow. We're gonna go Demario Douglas here. Did you guys see the hype piece for Demario today? Drake May said in an interview that Demario Douglas could get open in a phone booth. I don't know. I've been kind of making the comparisons. Demario Douglas, Josh Downs. Josh Downs is at his like Drake May was at his best when he had a guy like Josh Downs on his team. I don't know. I think maybe Drake May just loves those slot receivers. I think those athletic that can take out the top off of defense slot receivers. That's just me though. What do I know? All right. We still do not have a New Orleans correlation here. That's fine. We'll wait for the last round to do that. Let's grab a tight end. Like I said, I'm always going. Actually, dude, I really want to go Mayer. Not gonna lie. No, we're gonna go Ertz, man. Dude, I think Ertz is gonna play. I think he's gonna play. People are drafting him like he's not gonna play at all. I think he could start. Is that crazy? I don't think it is, dude. I think I feel pretty confident that Zach Ertz is gonna play. But if it was like any other situation, but it's the fact that he's back with Kingsbury. Kingsbury, like the last time Kingsbury and Ertz were on the same, like when Kingsbury coached the Cardinals that last year, Ertz was like the tight end 4 in average points per game before he got hurt. Like, is he that much does he just suck that much worse than he did 2 years ago? I don't think it is. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think he was going to come back. I thought he was going to retire. I didn't think he was going to come back for anybody but Kingsbury. So I think this is like, I think he could see some, maybe like 4 or 5 touchdowns. I truly do. I think he could catch 4 or 5 touchdowns this year. I'm not projecting to be a tight end, a top 10 tight end or a top 12 tight end, but I think in like the 20th, 19th round, Ertz is a guy that I would like to have a little correlation to. Plus, we have a little Atlanta thing going on too. So maybe one of those touchdowns comes in week 17, and we're feeling pretty happy about ourselves. But like, I don't know. I'm not all in on the Senator. I'm not all. It's like the market's kind of weird right now because we talked about the Bowers thing where it's like, oh, people are scared of the Pitts. People are scared of the Pitts thing, rookie year curse, tight ends. So that's why Bowers' value is pushed down the board. Then why the hell is Ben Sinnott going in around? Where do you go in this one? Round 15. He usually goes around like 11 or 12 in single QB. So then why the hell is Ben Sinnott going there if you're scared about rookie tight ends? Like, people just think like he's gonna be Laporta, but you're not getting him right now where you were getting Laporta in the 18th round. So I think it's Ertz. I think Ertz is a fine play. I don't think Sinnott's going to come in here like the world on fire for a team that's been bad for so long. It's not like they're just going to want to go in and lose. I almost said Jaden McDaniels. Jaden Daniels is going to start from day one. And I think, what do they always say? What's the cliche? Tight ends are a rookie quarterback's best friend. I don't know. I just think Zach Ertz is a lot better right now. Like, I think Ertz, even given the age, I think Ertz right now is probably a better tight end, a better chance to be the starting tight end than Ben Sinnott. I don't think it's a hot take. I truly don't. I think Ertz is going to have some weeks. Okay, now the last guy, I'm going to get a New Orleans guy. I've drafted him on stream a couple times. I'm not thinking A.T. Perry. I am not thinking A.T. Perry. I'm thinking somebody else. We've drafted him before. Also, too, did you guys see the Traylon Burks news? I wonder if they put a note on it. Where's Traylon Burks? Yeah, right here. Traylon Burks. Oh, it was like what was it? Callahan, the head coach for the Titans, wanted he's like, yeah, Burks is probably gonna have to play some special teams this year. Not great. Not great to hear from your head coach that you're gonna be playing some special teams when you were a first round pick 3 years ago. That is tough. That is insanely tough. Actually, 2 years ago. He'll be going into year 3 because he was in the London Garrett Wilson class. London, Garrett Wilson, Olave. Yeah. Tough for Burks, man. I feel like every wide receiver hit out of that class, at least in the first round guys, right? Because the first round guys it was Drake went first, Garrett, Olave, Burks. Who else went in that? Jahan Dotson was in that class. Even he's looking a little bit better than Traylon Burks. So Pouring out for Traylon, man. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Commanders sold their defense lots of time on offense. Exactly. Defense could be awful this year. Plus, Ertz is another year removed from the ACL. Not that I don't know how much that matters, considering what. How old is Zach Ertz? Ertz age. He's 33. Yeah. He's kind of old. He's getting up there in age. He is getting up there in age. We're on the clock. We're not going to go A.T. Perry. We are going to go Bub Means. Rookie out of Pitt. 5th round pick. Boom. Boom. Let's do it. Let's do it. Love it. Love Billy P's team. Hate Billy P. Billy, what'd you say? What's your team? Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, this draft is Richardson. Okay, let's look. Hurt. That's my team. Let's look at BP's team real quick. Richardson, Brock, Pacheco, Aaron Jones, Warren, B. Rob, Kendra. Love the running backs. Amon-Ra, Ayuk, Diggs, JSN. Love the receivers. Yeah, Phantom Pitts too. There we go. Not as Hines in it, but I get the week 17. I get it. Okay, we are out of here, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow again, probably 4 or 5 p.m. We'll do a couple more of these super flex drafts. I'm gonna keep doing these until I just don't, until I get sick of it, which will probably be never. We're gonna do as many as we can. We're probably not gonna get to 150. The max is 150. We probably will not get there, but we'll get decently high. I'm happy this is only 25% filled. I thought it was fill a lot faster than that. So we're gonna be drafting this for a little bit here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and everyone have a great rest of your